Well, good morning, good morning. It's 8:28. We're going to gong ourselves in 2 minutes to do Coffee with Casper. Here's the Casper boy. There's the Casper boy. Let me know where you are, where you're checking in from. We're up on Facebook. We're up on YouTube. We're just going to spend this 20 minutes together, and then we'll send out some snippets a little later in the day or week. And here we go. 1 minute. Nice to have you with us. Got everything just in time. It's a tight schedule on Tuesday mornings. Let me know where you are, where you're checking in from. Good morning, Tricia from Moore Park this morning. Yay. The early birds catch the worm here. All right, it looks like we'll be back next week again live. Good morning, Candace. Nice to see you back with us from Palm Desert this morning. All right. We're going to gong ourselves in. There it is at 8:30. We're going to take 2 big deep breaths in and let out the sound ah. Casper, don't do that. Casper, no. All right, big deep breath in. Just allowing ourselves to become fully present. Another big deep breath in. Here we go. And then relaxing the shoulders. And then let's bring our energy up into our heart center. And just, hey, good morning, Pam from Napa Valley. Nice to see you this morning. We're gathering all in. We just took our breaths and we're hey, Crystal, nice to see you, Loretta and Dave and Toby, all to say hi. Aloha, Ann from Honolulu. Good morning, Crystal. Nice to see you this morning. All righty. So here we go. What a as Jean Houston used to say, what an interesting time to be alive. She said many, many years ago, I remember being in Dharamsala, India with her, and she started to do a little presentation for the group of us that were traveling out there to see the Dalai Lama. And she said, you know, everybody believes that this is the time of their life is the most interesting time to be alive. And she said, no, well, they're all wrong. This is the most interesting time to be alive. And I, again, what I want to go back to today, and that we really need to focus on. So what do we know here of everybody who's vibrationally connecting through the actual law of the circle, that vibe that is coming from us, that is creating our experience? This is the unknown thing in the masses of human consciousness, that what's happening to you is happening through you, and that what I am is what that life force is. I am one with that life force, and I have been given the authority to direct the light of love, the light of truth, the light of life, the light of beauty, the light of wisdom. I have been given the authority to direct the light, because I am, as Ernest Holmes, the great philosopher from the last century, said, I am is the secret and the emblem of eternity. Because I am, Spirit is the only power that knows itself. And so if we are able to proclaim I am, consciously say I am, well, that's the power to direct the light. And when we came and you know, look at energy, one energy, indestructible, one life, indestructible, that life is my life. Energy is not destructible, it changes form. And then it expresses itself in eternity. As you gaze out into eternity, it goes from one universe to one galaxy to another universe, another galaxy, and it seems to go on. And that's why the human mind has a concept. We use the word infinity to make graspable that which is unfathomable, right? The magnificence of the reality the consciousness of I am, that anyone who is able to proclaim I am, and then what is that connected to, which is infinity and eternity. It's mind-boggling. And so you can imagine if there are 9 billion souls on this planet, they actually came from the light, they put on a coat of skins and incarnate, somehow had a male physical, female principle together to create birth, right? Seed, soil, plant, right? And if there are 9 billion here in infinity, and how many layers of life are there? How many dimensions are there beyond the third dimension? There are billions and billions and billions. Oh, good morning, Elizabeth from North Hollywood. Nice to see you this morning. So the odds of being incarnate here on this planet are very small. And it requires that the self-consciousness, the I am principle itself, it requires that the I am principle synchronize with that. So let's go to the Tibetan Book of the Dead, and the Tibetan Book of the Dead is, I came from the light, I put on a coat of skins, and I shall return to the light. But since I am conscious, and since I am aware, and I certainly, whatever the broadband of that awareness might be, everyone here on Coffee with Casper, because we're able to understand each other, we have to be vibrating close enough and within our imaginations and within the whole total realm of our consciousness, be understanding the same thing enough to be able to have an ongoing conversation. In this case, many of you have been with us for almost 6 years or more, that we've been doing on a regular basis a gift to the universe, this gathering of souls called Coffee with Casper. So we are aware that we are one with the one. We are aware that I am an immortal spiritual being, superior to my mind, to my body, and to my experience. And now we are aware of the odds of incarnating on planet Earth at this time of, this is the dawning of the age of Aquarius, when we're letting go of the warlike, animalistic tendencies of the human condition and the humanity's inhumanity to itself. We're releasing that, and as we're releasing that, it's a tremendous struggle through the muck to reveal the clarity of the light. And when we said, okay, I want to join this army, this legion of light workers who are coming to planet Earth at this time, this 50, 60-year time, 70-year time of transition, we're coming here recognizing, and we were aware that to hold the light, to be a light worker in the midst of darkness trying to hang on, as if it had authority all to its own, would be challenging. And we said, it's okay, I'm up for the challenge, I can do it. And that which is the supreme intelligence of the universe agreed with you. They say, hey, Daz, how are you this morning? Nice to see you. That which is the perfect intelligence of the universe agreed, you have the courage, you have the strength, you have the heart to hold the light regardless of appearances and wait for the new day after the storm. Well, this is that time where it is critical that we remember that if it's going to happen to humanity, it has to happen through humanity, and we are the humans, we the sum total of light workers, not just on Coffee with Casper, but wherever they are, the sum total of light workers are the ones who are the hands of the universe. We are the place that is being the birth, what they call the birth mom, right? Not we're helping to birth that reality into the world. And there's a labor going on, the labor of the old and incalcitrant souls trying to hold on to egotism and power and violence and uninclusion and prejudice, all of those false ideas that no longer serve are being worked through. And it is us, the legion of light workers, who are holding the light, recognizing that wherever we put our attention and wherever we bring the light has to come to that place because I am that which is the light, and I am aware of it. Good morning, Carol. Nice to see you this morning, right? So what becomes critical is that we do not lose the power that already gifted upon us, already ordained from on high, from a supreme intelligence that is intelligence itself, to be the place where wherever we see less than light, we bring the light. We bring the light into the room, we bring the light into the crowd, we bring the light into the conversation, we bring the light of peace and love and joy and wisdom and freedom and belonging and creativity and beauty. We choose the aspects of the all good that is the all God, that is all light, right? We choose the aspects that we're bringing into the world through our unique individualization. And our personality is simply the use that we have made of our unique individualization up to this point. So yes, your personality is important, and your personality is beautiful, and your personality is wonderful. Because look, how many laps around the sun have you taken on planet Earth, seeing that you belong to the one, that you are one with the one, celebrating beauty and love and connection and belonging and peace and poise and balance and harmony and abundance, and claiming health, wealth, love, and purpose fulfilled as natural and good. This is a good direction to go. And who you are in the world and who you are holding that light is important. So here again we go to at the subjective level, the level of mind that you can't see except that it's reflecting back to you in your experience. It is your inner recognition of reality, knowing that behind all appearance is the beauty, the love, the glory, the peace, the poise, the balance, the harmony, the wisdom, the wholeness, the glory of everything you've ever seen on planet Earth that has moved your soul or touched your being, from the birth of a child to just for us this last holiday having our whole family, kids and grandkids all together in beautiful Puerto Vallarta. I mean, these are the gifts that life gives to us and through us because we become, good morning, Arlen, nice to see you from San Clemente. So we are, it is so important that we recognize that we are the hands of God. We are the hands of the perfect intelligence of the infinite, eternal one who gives us the light. We do not know how to create that life force that is within it. We discovered it. It's being given unto us. And we are accepting the gift, not being overwhelmed by the gift, not being challenged by the difficulty of being in an age of transformation, but rather saying, no, I signed up to be in the age of transformation. I signed up to awaken to my conscious awareness. I signed up to awaken that the only power that knows itself is spirit, and that I am that power. And I am now bringing that power into my life in a more wonderful and joyous way than ever before, regardless of the chaos that appears to be happening in the world. Because underneath is this higher order of being, and if we don't call the higher order of being into being, who's going to do it? It has to be those of us who are awake enough to do it. Yeah? We are the place where the awakening world is happening. So here's the good news. We're not at war with the consciousness of humanity. We are contributing to the consciousness of humanity. We are clarifying our consciousness, not against the race, but compassionately supporting the transmutation of and joining legions of light workers to bring forth the higher order of being. Remember, we don't need to create the higher order of being. We just need to see it, and then through our unique creativity, discover how we're going to bring that higher order of being into the world. And boy, if there was a time when light workers need to clarify in their own lives and claim their identity under the law, claim their authority to direct the light in every which way and form for the good and more good, and claim the beauty and the wonder and the glory of what it is to make your life work because you're in partnership with the one and directing the light, harmony and more harmony, you're a place of harmony, the reflection of harmony is greater harmony. The more that we make our lives better, the more that we make ourselves aware of the glory of life, that we are seeing that inner recognition of reality as what our soul is really doing, as we've talked about over and over, gazing at the glory of God while it's directing our senses to bring light to an unenlightened world. And there's no way for the unenlightened world to become enlightened unless light workers bring the light. And so I'm only here to remind you this morning that which you already know. You are a light worker in the world. You are the critical place where the transformation for the benefit of all humanity, every nation, every color, every creed, every way of being, it doesn't matter, everyone. One life belonging to all people and the world awakening to it and discovering that is from living from the inner reality of the gift of life, that is how we change the world. By seeing the gift of life, by appreciating the gift of life, by drawing on the gift of life and establishing our greater health, our greater wealth, our greater love, our greater capacity to share love, to have love, and to be a transformative agent for an awakening world in the world today. And for however long that takes, which most likely will be the rest of your mortal life. But the good news is you came from the light, you put on a coat of skins. Your mortal life is not really mortal. It's the immortal life in form. And form changes. But you have this entire lifetime in which to be the instrument through your conscious awakening, through your conscious communing. We are born to have fun. This is the philosopher Ernest Holmes. We were born to have fun living, to constantly commune with the power that is within and around us, and to grow and expand forever. To receive that gift, to dwell in that gift, to not be disheartened by the world, to have indeed compassion for a world that doesn't see the unity of all life and believes in war and violence and prejudice and separation. When we were all, I believe, as Martin Luther King said, we just celebrated his life this last weekend, I believe that unarmed truth, without violence, unarmed truth and unconditional love will be victorious. I came from the light in that exact sentiment that Dr. King brought forward, knowing that unarmed truth and unconditional love will be victorious, because the truth of life is the all-good, the eternal reality, the perfect law of harmony, and I choose to call it into my life by participating in the higher order of being. That no matter what it is in the world that's happening, we can be the place that brings peace. We can bring the place that brings the patience that it takes. It takes a great deal of patience when an unawakened world confronts you with what they're perceiving as reality. We just had to go in our family, my wife and I had to go fight some people who are in a property who have not paid for over a year. And somehow they think that they're right and that they have privileges based on not cooperating with the law of giving and receiving, the law of reciprocal action, right? Well, we didn't know these people personally. It wasn't personal. But boy, when you see that egotistic thing grabbing at straws in the world, trying to say there is no higher order of being, it takes a great deal of patience. And it takes a great deal of compassion. And it takes a great deal of tuning in to the I am that I am, to be the place of love and light and truth in the world. Claim your identity. I am that I am. Everyone is that. They can claim it. And as Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "Oh man, there is no planet, sun, or star could hold you if you but knew who you are." So that's our work this week. Let us practice remembering who we are, claiming our right, and knowing our real work is to be the right vibratory action of all energy and substance in my world and in the world around me. I am the sacred hands of God. Bless all the light workers, wherever they were, wherever they are, for knowing this, reminding us of it, and calling it forth into the world. And we are that together, joining the saints, sages, mystics, prophets, and way showers, poets, and sculptors, and artists who have seen nothing but the beauty of the world and the gorgeousness of life, and are bringing it forward into their own lives, in their own unique, positive, glorious, wonderful, creative way. Who you are is something magnificent, and what you're doing is important. Everybody's contribution is important. So I celebrate you. I celebrate your magnificence, and I celebrate that we can gather and remind ourselves in cyberspace together and vibratorily together to be the light in the world and to be the change that we want to see in the world. Praise all of the saints, sages, mystics, and prophets. Praise the poets. Praise the way showers. Praise the light workers. That means praise ourselves. I'm Harry Morgan Moses. You're watching Coffee with Casper. If you have seen, coming up, Casper, if you have seen or felt or heard anything in these 20 minutes together that makes you feel clearer and stronger, then share the video. I love knowing you. I love that we're connected, and I love that you're bringing your light into the world. I'm Harry Morgan Moses. We'll be back next Tuesday at 8:30 a.m. Pacific Time with Coffee with Casper. Until we meet again, we invite you to go in the light, as the light and with the light. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide you on your way.